went to Preston North End.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy Docherty took me. Went there. Then the Doc got sacked within 3 months or something. And then they asked me to take over.
Did they? Right.
No, as player manager.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I did it as player manager.
How did you find it?
So, no, not for me. Not for me. Not one little bit. Not for me. Everyone says, "Why didn't you stay in football?" I went, "I didn't want to." I love the game. I love watching it. I love talking about it. This and that. But no, not for me. And lads, I tell you, I went. So for me to be manager, I had to get PFA. You know your badge.
Yeah, your badges. Yeah.
You have to get your badge. So I went to Lillysall, Preston North End, said he's coming down like so. I went down there. So we're in Lillysall, yeah. There we're doing that. We were there for 3 days. After the first day, I left. Yeah. We had a coaching session. Attack against defence, defence against attack. Right? And because these 3 lads who was running it had got the badges, one of them says, right, we'll have attack against defence. So this is how to attack. You get full with this is what you're saying anyway. So I'm defender. So I kept cutting it out like so. He come over to me and said, Tommy says, listen, don't cut it out. Just miscontrol the ball, and let us go on with the play. So I went, sorry. He said, miscontrol the ball. So we go and play it. And I went, I find that hard to do. I don't miscontrol balls. I find that very hard to do.
Yeah.
And he went, so he said, no, miscontrol it. And this is when, honestly. So I went, oh, all right. So long ball comes in and said, so I did, I miscontrolled it, this and the other. And he blew up. He went, no, stop the game. Says, Tommy, that's no way to control a ball. What you got to do is get your body behind it. And I went, what? I said, you just, and you can imagine the words I was saying, you just, and he went, oh, what's up with that? I said, oh, no. I went, walked out. I should have been there, Lillysall, for 3 days, got in the car and drove back home.
That was it, management done.
I was there for an hour. And the lads who were down there, Ace and Hartford, Paul Power, they're at it. Tell me where you're going. I went, I'm going home. And I left. That was my coaching thing. Done. Finished.
That's brilliant.
Honestly,
Brilliant.
honestly. But he said, when he says that, I went, what? Oh, God. Tell you.
That was management for you then. That was a couple of months and you were happy.
Well, that was trying to get a badge. Like everyone says, oh, I've got a badge. Everyone's got them, haven't they? All the school teachers have got them. I've got a badge. I've got them. No, but that was my first intro, and I just thought, I can't do that. No. So I drove back home, yeah. I
love that. I absolutely love that. I bet you've, I bet you wouldn't have liked to have managed some of the City players.
No. I mean, to be honest with you, though, we had a good side. We had a lad there. See if you can get his name. I'm sure you will. A lad there who I remember fullbacks being petrified of playing against him. Mike Summerby.
Yeah.
Mike Summerby was the only forward or right winger I've seen go over the top for fullbacks.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
He was an animal, man. Great player, but hard as nails. And the harder they came, the fullbacks, he loved it. He used to get out up for it, and great right foot, quick lad, But we had, Franny was he was built, goals Franny scored as well. Then you had Younger. Do you remember David Wagstaff?
Do remember David Wagstaff, yeah.
A good player. He was my first when I used to go to the city. You know, when I was a kid, I used to watch them like Derek, Kevin, all them lot. Yeah.
We've had a question come in from Mark Jones on Facebook. Whatever happened to Barry Silkman? He seems to have so much promise. Do you remember that name?
Barry Silkman, yeah. Good lad, Barry. Just Malcolm. Malcolm said he was the next Maradona. I think he said that. Something like that. Or he might have said Maradona. No. I mean, he came in like Barry Silkman. I was there when he came in. Oh, God, what a lad. I mean, he could talk a good game, but no, he wasn't. I don't know what Malcolm's seen in him at all. No. Barry Silkman. Yeah. I mean, he looked busy on the pitch because he took all the free kicks, all the throw-ins, and all the corners.
All the set pieces. You can handle that.
Yeah, he did. That's what he did. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I think we're coming up to wrapping it up, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any more questions, Dave, before we shoot?
Well, probably just, my last one would be, Tommy, as a local lad, I think we love our local players, don't we? And we've got the wonderful Phil Foden coming through the ranks. What are your thoughts on Phil Foden?
Yeah, he looks hell of a player, doesn't he? I mean, I seen Phil a while back, and he's just a lovely lad. He's got lovely man. No edge in him at all. I mean, he looks as though he's going to be a hell of a player, Then we've got also got in the things Doyley's grandson, haven't we?
Yeah, we could be. I'm really, really hoping that we could be on the verge of a bit of a dynasty here with these young lads who are coming through, the Fodens and the Doyles, Harwood Bellis. Yeah. I know Garcia isn't, originally from Manchester, but, he's only 19 and seems to have got that city spirit in him already, that I'm kind of hoping that these young lads who are beginning to come through now, that we could have the next dynasty of the Bells, Summerby, Doyle,
and they all
Booth,
and they all come into the team, and they all just seem to slot in. I mean, it's right the way. It's like it's right the way through the club the way they play. He's even got the youngsters playing this way.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic. It's fantastic, because I remember centre half when I played. I remember centre half who would just get hold of the ball, kick it, or just go and batter everyone in front of you. And then it's a total different ball game nowadays, and it's the way it should be played. And the way the way he's bringing all the kids up and all. And I went. This was last year, and I went to see one of the A&B. Well, a couple of years ago, one of the A&B teams play, and throughout the complex, and they play. Everyone plays like they do in the first team. Play out from the back. You do this, do that. No, nothing. Everyone's comfortable. Looks comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. I was watching Garcia last night. I think this is his third or fourth game for City, and it just looks like he's played alongside Laporte for years. It just didn't look out of place at all, and that's because of the 2 years of constant playing Pep Guardiola's from the back football. It's great, really, isn't it, to be able to slot somebody straight in? Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's like when I played. He's a real good mate of mine, Joe Corrigan, Peter Barnes, all of them. They're all good mates of mine. And they always say Joe would say, Joe, how do you think you'd go on today, having to come out and play from the back? I'll tell you what, lads, if you've seen him in five-a-side, you'd say, pick the ball up, Joe, for God's sake. He won't be seeing this, really, because he'd belt me.
Yeah, we'll try and keep him away from it. Oh, yeah, Tommy, can't.
When you say that, Joe does the hospitality with me at City, and we go down this and the other. And when people say about goalkeepers, this and the other, and then they say about the outfield players knocking it about this and the other, And they turn out of Joe, and all Joe does, he looks at him like that, and he goes, why the hell do you think I was a goalkeeper? Because you know, when you see these goalkeepers now, they come out. I mean, Edison comes out, doesn't he? Plays along the back line. And Joe was sitting out doing a bit of scouting for goalkeepers. And he does like that, Joe. He goes, no.
Brilliant. Just brilliant.
Yeah, it's a good, good.
We're ending this on smiles on our face, Tommy. I can't thank you enough for spending the time with us and talking about it. Really appreciated it.
Yeah, good meeting you, lads. Yeah, great.
Yeah, you too, pal. Stay safe.
Absolutely.
And keep up the great ambassador work.
Stay safe. You and the family. Keep them all safe. Take care,
Thank you, Tommy. Brilliant to speak to you.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
You're going to have to get Carol now to help you turn it off.
I know, yeah. I don't know where she is.
If you use your mouse.
Are you going now? I'm going now, yeah.
Yeah, press the red button, pal.
Yeah, press the red button. There you go.
Oh, what's up, guy?
Absolutely brilliant. Loves City, quite obviously. Just, you could tell that, being that age and walking into that team that, they weren't the legends that, for City that they are now, but walking in and see, Neil Young and Franny and Summerby and Buck and, whoever else. I mean, he's got to have been pinching himself, a little bit. And really interesting to hear that, they knew that they were a good team, because we've talked about these teams particularly in the 90s, that probably underachieved for the players that we had. I think we've talked about maybe they just missed that little bit of, winning mentality, a little bit. And it just seems to me that, even these young lads, Tommy joined City when he's 18, that between them, Franny and Buzzer and whoever else, they just had this thing about them. Maybe it was winning that second division, gave them, and I know it's the second division, but maybe it just gave them that impetus that, geez, like, we're onto something here. We're going to, we're going to go on and win some stuff.
Kick on and do well. I wasn't exaggerating before, because it's very easy to, when people come on here, say, no, you were a really nice bloke when you met him. But I've met him 2 or 3 times at City, and honestly, he's a genuinely nice bloke who will have time for you. And it's such a nice thing to him to spend time with us today and talk about his memories. But he does it at City as well, and it's so easy for him. He's obviously a good talker, and he knows his football, doesn't he? Brilliant.
Knows his football, and has got absolutely brilliant stories to tell as well about a variety of people. And, as he said, look at some of the players that he played with. Look at the trophies that he won with us as well. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible, really.
So it's when you look at his teammates, it's like Pardo, Bell, Lee, Summerby, and it's just like, this is bonkers to be talking. And it's like, when you're reading this list of players, his name's in that list of players when people are talking about that list of players.
It really is. So yeah, to him to give us an hour of his time today, I'm humbled, and I know certainly my dad's generation, and I know my friend Eric Jackson is watching this right now. I bet he's absolutely pinching himself that we've got an hour of this legend's time, because I mean, I could just talk to him all day. He's got 1,000 stories to tell.
Yeah, he's very open with what he wants to talk about as well, isn't he, and stuff. And it's obviously everyone knows City, knows Tommy Booth. There's no question. It doesn't matter how old you are. I was never fortunate enough to see him live. Seen plenty of him on YouTube and replays, etc. But I've got a lot of data from a lot of my information from my uncle Chris and my dad, who, when you mention his name, is just like great footballer. Great defender.
And that's the surprising thing for me, and that's why I was saying, you look at some of the players that City had in that, that golden period in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, we had Lee, Bell, Summerby getting in the England squads, but why weren't we getting the Booths? Why weren't we getting the Oaks in there? I know we won in 66, but was the squad that good in 70, 71, 72, that these players couldn't get an England. Oh, and Young, Neil Young. It's crazy to me that they were winning everything domestically, winning a European Cup, Winners' Cup, and really only the Holy Trinity, you know, Lee Bell Summerby were getting in the England squad. When you've got the Booths, you've got the Youngs, who just weren't getting any caps at all. It beggars belief to me.
Yeah, bonkers. But no, listen, we can't thank you enough, Tommy. If you're going to watch this again, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, we've got a treat for everybody next week, Dave. Do you remember who we're getting next week?
I mean, for me, this is, you know, being a season ticket holder from 1990. This is I've met him a couple of times, but I might be talking to him for an hour. I might be a little bit speechless, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we might be a bit starstruck. We have Mr. Paul Lake next Wednesday night, 7:30. One I cannot wait to have a chat to. And if it goes as well as it has done today with Tommy, I'll be a very, 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 very happy bunny. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we will get the post about Paul Lake next week. So if you have any questions, drop them in there. There's going to be a lot of questions for Paul Lake.
There's going to be a lot of questions for Lake.
We might need to tell him we probably need more than an hour with him.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Have a fantastic day, everybody, and thanks for your time.
All right. Thank you, Tommy.
See you later, guys. See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Well, it's not every day you get to speak to a City legend, and just want to thank Tommy for coming on, having a chat to us, and more importantly his wife Carol for setting up the Zoom call with us. Lovely to talk to you, Tommy. Thanks so much for spending the hour and a bit with us. I hope we didn't bore you too much with all the questions. I'm sure you've heard hundreds of times before, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I got to know you a little bit better than I knew before. So yeah, again, thanks very much. If you enjoyed this, please, if you're listening to it on a podcast, please like and subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe, like, leave a comment, let us know what you think. And thanks very much for listening and watching Blues, and we'll speak to you soon.